The Toyota GRGT has finally been unveiled, and this car represents everything wrong with the car market, and at the same time, it represents everything right with Toyota. The GRGT is effectively replacing the Lexus LFA, and you'll notice that this is a Toyota and not a Lexus product. And part of the reason is that the Lexus products don't have the same street cred and the same cachet as they used to. Before, if you wanted the premium and the top of Toyota, you would look at the F Sport. That's what competed with your M's, your Audi RS's, and your AMG's. But today, it's the GR products that have the street cred. I'm in my Toyota GR Yaris today, a homologation special, a literal race car. But it's Toyota's GR collection, the Yaris, the GR Corolla, the GR Supra, the GR86. These are the cars that enthusiasts look to, and that's why Toyota has effectively replaced the Lexus LFA with the GRGT. Now, the GRGT has a twin-turbo V8, which Toyota is saying is brand new, from scratch, and it's got the twin turbos in the middle with the Hot V design. Now, if you know anything about Hot Vs, the Germans really brought that technology to the market because of efficiency. BMW with its N63, the first generation V8 twin turbo, surprisingly it's still kicking in later generations, but that first gen, guys, was terrible. Probably one of the least reliable engines, in my view, ever made. And then Porsche and Audi did something similar, and Benz, and certainly Toyota as well have used Hot Vs previously, and now they're using them. But now we're at a stage where the industry understands that technology and they've been able to make it fairly reliable. These are the times we're living in, where you have to use these Hot Vs to meet these standards, these emission standards, etc. So Toyota's using that V8 twin turbo with a mild hybrid system with a motor as well, 8-speed automatic transmission. It has surprisingly a very low center of gravity, extremely low. And I think part of the reason for that would be that Toyota's learned a lot from its Formula One partnership. They've partnered with Haas, and next year they're actually going to be one of the title sponsors or the primary sponsor for the Haas team. So Toyota Gazoo Racing, I think, has learned a lot from Formula One, which is why the center of gravity is really low. And despite this car being front-engined, it has a weight distribution that favors the rear, 55-45. Front engine sits pretty much behind the front axle. And if you've ever popped open the bonnet of an Audi, you'll notice that even in their 4-cylinder engines, they really sit ahead of the front axle for some reason. Toyota and a lot of others are able to do this sort of technology. So this V8 sits behind the front axle. That gives it a really good weight distribution. It's going to be a fast car. It's a supercar. But here's why this is everything that's wrong in the industry. Who out there is asking for the supercar? I mean, how many enthusiasts by volume are asking for a supercar? This car is going to cost north of $250,000, $300,000 US dollars. North of that. What enthusiast out there by majority can afford that? No one's asking for it, guys. I'm sick of seeing it. I mean, there was a time when I was graduating engineering school, when I was coming out of uni, I could see myself buying a Porsche 911. There was a time where I thought, geez, these Porsche 911s, still very expensive, but one day it's achievable. And now, guys, I'm not even, for me, I've let go of that dream almost. These things are astronomical in price, and funny enough, they still sell out. That is exactly what's wrong with the car market. Manufacturers are making these cars for the rich. And the rich will get multiple examples and then they'll hoard them and keep them in their garages and not drive them. All the regular enthusiasts, those guys can't even get into these cars. The only enthusiast cars out there that people can get into are things like BRZs, 86s, which we're very thankful we have, the Zs, the Nissan Zs, and a lot of people don't like those, but those are still pretty affordable. But these Porsches and these higher level supercars, enthusiasts, we want nothing to do with them, guys. I don't even know all the Ferrari models. There was a time when with Ferrari, you just had the 458 and you had the Enzo and you would just look up to that. And with Lamborghini, you had the Murcielago or the Aventador. I can't these days even keep up with the supercar models because they're pumping so many out for the billionaires of the world to buy en masse. This is what's wrong with the market. And this is exactly also what's right with Toyota because, guys, Toyota at a time said no more boring cars. Akio Toyoda famously said no more boring cars. And Toyota has kept to its promise. I mean, today, say what you will about the GR Yaris and the GR Corolla cars. A lot of people don't like the GR Corollas. The GR Yaris, you can't dislike the car that I'm in because, this thing's a literal homologation special. So you have to just accept it. Whether you like the car or not, you have to accept that it's a great car. But a lot of people dislike the GR Corollas because they think they're too slow. If you ever drive a GR Corolla, that is one of the most fun cars you can drive. These cars are great fun. Yes, it might not be the fastest, especially the automatic GR Corolla, not super fast, but geez, it's fun. You cannot say that Toyota is not fun. So Toyota has kept its promise. It's developing a V8 supercar, a V8 supercar today when people are saying, you know, we're going all electric, and even the hybrid motor system is not crazy high spec in this Toyota. So they're giving this to you in today's era, a V8 twin turbo supercar in today's era. So everything that's right with Toyota, everything that's wrong with the car industry. Give me more cheap cars, man. Give me cars just back to basic stuff. Give us cars we can afford again. We don't want these supercars, not until that comes back. I love supercars. Every kid dreams of supercars. We like posters. We do all that jazz. You know, we all grow up aspiring to get supercars. There's enough of them out there. Give us cars people can actually afford. People can properly aspire to. Not 300, 400,000 USD cars that are going to turn into $1 million before you blink. I hope that helps. I'll catch you next time.